Check it out, words. Today we're going to talk about breaking plateaus, how people right away, they want to take away calories. This is why calories are so important. Macronutrients are so important. Those are the sources of energy that the body needs so you could build and lose fat at the same time. Stop getting this misunderstanding that it's about cutting calories. Right away, I get a lot of DMs. Oh, how much calories should I cut? Or, how could I cut quicker so I could get the results quicker? There's a lot of other ways, a lot of tools that we use to break plateaus. There's a lot of other methods that you use to break a plateau. It's not necessarily going to be taking away food. Like, let's just put it into our head and see why it doesn't make sense. Because when you're losing fat, when you're trying to attack the fat only, you would want to keep the muscle that you have, if not even build a little bit more when you're on a deficit. You're already in the deficit. The body's going to be utilizing, as much energy as it can so you could push through your daily activities. A lot of people, they work some hard labor jobs throughout the day. And why would you even want to just right away take it there? No, it's going to be going into a small deficit. It's always, at least 300 to 500 calories from maintenance calories, depending on what your maintenance calories are for the day. And the way that you're going to know is just start tracking your food, and as soon as you know your food, that you're intaking, the calories, the count, how much protein, carbs, and fat you're consuming, you could do all that. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some patience. But if you don't have the time or the patience, then you got to hire a coach so he could help you expedite the problem quicker. But do not fall into the trap of right away going into a deep deficit that you're going to regret. Not only are you going to plateau and you're not going to know what to do. A plateau is when you're not dropping no more weight. And some people plateau real quick because they made some drastic drops on their nutrition instead of using other methods to break a plateau. Up in the intensity, on your workouts, going extra sets, going extra reps. That's a plateau breaker. Adding more walking throughout your day. A lot of people got that time to go walk after, every meal, especially if you work at an office, especially if you get your 2 breaks and a lunch, which a lot of people, that's luxury, but you have the ability to do that. That'll be more beneficial than right away take away food. Because then people that are, so into, eating, as soon as you take more calories, now they're going to start complaining. Now you're going to start feeling hungrier. You're going to start feeling like lack of energy, especially if you have a high activity job. So there, like I said, there's so many methods to use before you even go and start cutting calories. That's the last thing I do here with my clients, with my people, and they got the best results. They got an amazing, they have amazing transformations, amazing results because we actually, have a structured plan to get the best look, the best outcome as you're dropping weight. And rarely do I have to drop calories. Rarely do I have to, take away the nutrition that they need so they could still be building as they're dropping the weight. It just makes sense, guys. It makes sense understanding that, carbs is a source of energy. Fat is a source of energy. Protein, you need that to build muscle. Why will you want to start removing, nutrients from your daily intake? Doesn't make sense. People get excited. They get overexcited and they get too pumped up real quick, thinking that's the fastest way. You're not going to get the best outcome, the best results doing that. At a certain point, sometimes you will compromise muscle loss when you go so extreme that now you're tapping into a burning muscle. That's another whole video to do about. But for the main part, I do not want you guys to focus on dropping calories. Add more to your daily activities. A lot of you guys do have the time. And it's as simple as going for a walk, adding more steps to your day. That's also, very beneficial. Once you're done eating, go out there and get your walks in, get your steps in, get some, 15 minutes of walking. Believe me, you will drop. The body will start responding. You'll start activating your metabolism to start burning, that fat that you don't want. Or start making better choices with the food that you consume. At the beginning, I tell everybody, look, if there's no foods that are off limits. If you want to have cereal, go ahead. The body only knows that it needs carbs. So if you want to eat cereal 3 times a day, so be it. Go for it. But the problem with that is that, people will get used to it. The body will also get used to it. And at a certain point, you have to use cleaner foods. At the beginning, it's fine. You will drop. You'll get a drastic drop. But towards the end, you got to be more detailed. You got to be, more precise with what you choose, that your body's going to be able to digest quicker and process the food better, so you could actually start losing weight. A lot of people, they start finding out towards the end, once they lost so much weight, then they're like, oh man, you know what? I got to switch things around. I got to pick better quality of foods. I got to start making more homemade meals instead of like just using a lot of processed foods. We all know that here, but at the beginning, I tell people there's no foods that are off limits. You could have your food that you love, just as long as you stay under the numbers that I provide for you, under the protein, carbs, and fat, the macro ratio that I provide for my clients. That's it. That's the as simple as that. So you can start gaining that confidence. So you can start gaining that momentum on dropping the weight with the foods that you like, with the foods that you're used to eating. Once you start, the momentum going, you start building that confidence within, and you start seeing the changes. Oh, that's going to drive you to become more curious. Okay, what if I start switching things around? Start using baked potatoes, sweet potato, rice, beans, lentils, a lot more, healthier carbs, fast digesting carbs, other than just cereal, protein bars. People start using a lot of, meals that are already pre-cooked. All that makes a big difference later on, once you get the wheels turning. At the beginning, don't go all the way strict mode, because you will tap. I've seen it time and time again. People will quit. They'll say, oh, I can't do this. And they'll torture themselves. They'll run on willpower, and that will just, they'll fall off. And I guarantee that, because they're not mentally prepared. And that's what you got to start doing as you come in and start following a macro structure plan, because that's going to keep you, in check. That's going to keep you, pretty much following that lifestyle that you had as you start progressing. You got to take baby steps. You got to crawl before you walk, and you got to walk before you run. So get that through your head. Like I said, do not think that when you hop on anybody's team or any program, or even the own program that you're trying to do that you got from the internet, that it's about dropping calories right off the back without hitting the other methods that we have to break a plateau. Remember that there's a lot of other tools and methods to break a plateau and keep losing weight and getting the results you're after without removing calories from your diet. Let's run it.